Moscow is ready to work toward ending the fighting in Ukraine, Russian President Vladimir Putin said Monday following a 2-hour phone call with U.S. President Donald Trump. According to Associated Press, Putin said that Russia and Ukraine would need to find compromises to suit all parties. Trump has struggled to end a conflict that began in February 2022, and that makes these conversations a serious test of his reputation as a dealmaker after having claimed he would quickly settle the conflict once he was back in the White House, if not even before he took office.
Действительно, этот разговор состоялся, продолжался более 2 часов. Хочу отметить, что он был очень содержательным и весьма откровенным. И в целом, на мой взгляд, в этой связи весьма полезным. Прежде всего, я поблагодарил президента Соединенных Штатов за поддержку со стороны США возобновления прямых переговоров между Россией и Украиной по поводу возможного заключения мирного соглашения. Президент Соединенных Штатов высказал свою позицию по поводу прекращения боевых действий, перемирия, и со своей стороны отметил также, что и Россия выступает за мирное урегулирование украинского кризиса. Мы должны просто определить наиболее эффективные пути движения к миру. Договорились с президентом Соединенных Штатов о том, что Россия предложит и готова работать с украинской стороной над меморандумом по поводу возможного будущего мирного договора с определением ряда позиций, таких как, например, принципы урегулирования, сроки возможного заключения мирного соглашения и так далее, включая и возможное прекращение огня на определенное время в случае достижения соответствующих договоренностей. Кстати говоря, контакты между участниками встречи и переговоров в Стамбуле, они возобновились. И это дает основание полагать, что мы в целом на правильном пути. Еще раз хочу подчеркнуть, что беседа была очень конструктивной, и я ее оцениваю высоко. Вопрос, конечно, в том, чтобы российская и украинская сторона проявили максимум стремления к миру и нашли бы те компромиссы, которые бы устроили все стороны. При этом хочу отметить, что в целом позиция России ясна. Главное для нас — устранить первопричины этого кризиса. С президентом Трампом по телефону. Спасибо. Вам спасибо.
President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke for more than 2 hours Monday, after the White House said the U.S. leader has grown frustrated with the war in Ukraine. Trump planned a separate call with Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky in hopes of making progress toward a ceasefire. According to Associated Press, after the call, Putin said Russia was ready to continue discussing an end to the fighting, but he indicated there was no major breakthrough in what he termed a very informative and very frank conversation with Trump. Putin said the warring countries should find compromises that would suit all parties. At the same time, I would like to note that, in general, Russia's position is clear. The main thing for us is to eliminate the root causes of this crisis, the Russian president said. The White House did not immediately provide its own account of the call. Trump has struggled to end a war that began with Russia's invasion in February 2022. That makes these conversations a serious test of his reputation as a deal maker after having claimed he would quickly settle the conflict once he was back in the White House, if not even before he took office. Trump expressed his hopes for a productive day, Monday, and a ceasefire, in a social media post over the weekend. His effort will also include calls to NATO leaders. But ahead of the call, Vice President J.D. Vance said Trump is more than open to walking away from trying to end the war if he feels Putin isn't serious about negotiation. He's grown weary and frustrated with both sides of the conflict, White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt told reporters Monday ahead of the call. He has made it clear to both sides that he wants to see a peaceful resolution and ceasefire as soon as possible. The Republican president is banking on the idea that his force of personality and personal history with Putin will be enough to break any impasse over a pause in the fighting. "I'd say we're more than open to walking away," Vance told reporters before leaving Rome after meeting with Pope Leo XIV. Vance said Trump has been clear that the U.S. is not going to spin its wheels here. "We want to see outcomes. Trump's sensibilities are that he's got to get on the phone with President Putin, and that is going to clear up some of the logjam and get us to the place that we need to get to," said Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff. "I think it's going to be a very successful call." UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer visited HMS Sutherland in London on Monday with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and European Council President Antonio Costa. According to Associated Press, the visit took place after Britain and the European Union hailed a new chapter in their relationship after sealing fresh agreements on defence cooperation and easing trade flows at their first formal summit since Brexit. 5 years after the UK left the EU, ties were growing closer again as Prime Minister Keir Starmer met European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and other senior EU officials in London for talks. The deals will slash red tape, grow the British economy and reset relations with the 27-nation trade bloc, Starmer said, while von der Leyen called the talks a historic moment that benefits both sides. He hailed Monday's agreements, the third package of trade deals struck by his government in as many weeks following accords with the US and India, as good for jobs, good for bills and good for our borders. But Britain's opposition parties slammed the deals as backtracking on Brexit and surrendering anew to the EU.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Hello. This is a key member of the crew. Yeah, we're a big fan.